Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to whoever's watching. It's been a little minute. Some things have changed in my life. It's been a pretty exciting adventure, I have to say so myself. Just like the last episode, it's gonna be raw, it's gonna be uncut, unfiltered. This is sort of a one take and go kind of thing. So I guess where I want to go with this is, first episode was basically the introduction to the channel and what I wanted to do in it and what I stood for, and kind of derailed, but anyway, the focus for this video, and as you can see, I'm very unfiltered. I don't know how to explain it. I'm real. I don't try and act like I have it together, or that, try and make it look pitch perfect or whatnot. And hopefully that translates, and people really just see it for the authenticity that it is, what it really is for. And my topic for this video today really is just like, I guess, love. And it might be cheesy, and but no, it's not at all a cheesy thing. It's actually one of the most powerful tools that you can use in this life, and that you have in this life. And put it in perspective. You've seen a bunch of people especially nowadays, debating at each other's throats, or even family members fighting with each other because they have a disagreement. But the thing about all of that is you never really get anywhere with the disagreement if there's no effort in trying to understand the other point of view and see where the other person is coming from. And I truly believe that to even come to an understanding for that other point of view, you have to care, in a sense. And that caring is using your love factor. It's maybe just a little bit. It'd be so minuscule to care, but in caring, you are loving. And let me put it this way. Some people talk, right, in a debate, just to be heard and not to listen to the other point of view, right? When the debate in itself, in its own essence, is to be able to meet to this common ground in the middle, because there always is this middle ground to meet at. Especially nowadays, you go on any news channel, you go on, there's about, anything, even this app, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, there's always just two polar opposites, right? Either the truth, untruth, whatnot, or there's two opinions and the truth is lying in the center, right? A lot of people just are so stubborn on their points, so they stay out here and they yell and shout because they may be 2 feet away from each other in real life, but as far as like their views and what they think, they're millions of miles away. So they're sitting there screaming at each other, yelling, arguing, and saying one thing, either just trying, if it's to an audience, trying to prove their point even more than the others, or they're so stubborn-minded that, they really think that their way is right. But that's not what I think debate should be. I think really debate should be opinion A, opinion B, and then, well, why do we have this opinion? Okay, well, this and this and this and this. Oh, okay, I believe in that as well. Okay, well, but I think this and this and this and this. And the more that you care for the other view, the other opinion, the other, like, and you disarm things that are like either hateful or, just straight up make no sense. They're not, like, it's not. Let me stop right there, because there's a lot of things that I believe, or many people would believe. Where am I trying to go with this? There's a lot of things, right, that you may believe that I don't, and I think is stupid. But in the same sense, in your perspective, you think the things that I think straight up stupid, right? But that's why you sit down and have a conversation in the first place. Just define common ground. And we've done so good, especially with this technology, is just to group with the people that have common like-minded views, and we avoid confrontation and arguments and whatnot, when really it's those that bring people together to see a common ground, to see really what the truth is, I'd like to say, because again, back to that analogy, there's opinion A and opinion B, and in the midst is where the truth lies. There's a real simple truth. But we're so hurt, we're so maybe just brought up one way, stubborn, and can only view one way, like a narrow hallway, or what do you call somebody with narrow vision? Just one-sided, basically. And those people are, I don't know. In the conversations that I've had, there's a lot of times where you realize some of these beliefs aren't just, facts. Like, people don't believe it just based off of a book, or it really is opinionated, and especially based off of their life and their emotions. A lot of our emotions get tied to our beliefs because XYZ happened in our lives, and that's why we think this way, or the opposite. And I really think once we disarm our negative emotions and come to a place of understanding through love and through actually caring for what the person feels and thinks, not dismaying that they're wrong and what they think is wrong and it's stupid, but the fact that your emotions are valued, but it's simply not right. The statement that you're agreeing with is simply not right, and I want to show you how it is not right. And there may be certain aspects that you are right about that we can discuss through, but because your feelings are important and they are valuable, every one of ours are. Why would we have them in the first place, right? We don't have them for no reason. And sometimes people show their emotions. I know I'm all over the place, but stick with me here. Some people show their emotions in certain areas because they weren't allowed to feel in the trauma or the certain situations that they were put through. So I don't know if that made any sense. I don't know how to round it off to make it make sense. But hopefully when I get older, and as I get older and grow wiser, I can make somewhat sense. But right now, I'm focusing on being authentic, sounding authentic. And again, you don't have to agree with anything that I'm saying. This is just basically me sitting out at a park talking my thoughts and my emotion. And yeah, I just believe we're all valuable, and we need love to come to an understanding, and we're failing at that in society today. We made it so easy to separate ourselves and divide ourselves because, again, you find like-minded people in like-minded groups and avoid the confrontation, but then how will you know that you're wrong? Because you're just surrounding yourself with people that think the same thing, and regardless if it's right or wrong, not regardless if it's right or wrong. If you're sitting in the wrong, doing the wrong with people that are wrong, then they're not going to say it's wrong, it's right. They're going to continue saying it's right. So how will you know you're wrong if you're being encouraged to do the wrong in a right way? Does a negative plus a negative plus a negative plus a negative equal a positive? No. No. It never will. But a positive plus a negative, depending on how much negative there is in number, which, like -1 plus -1 plus 1, it's negative. If you're surrounded more by positive people than there are negative, that just I'm really trying. I'm trying my hardest to make sense. Because sometimes I don't think I use my brain too much, man. I try so hard to try and make sense, but if I would just stop thinking so much and just talk, maybe I could make sense, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say is that if you're surrounded by people that don't think they're doing wrong, even in the smallest essence of what it may be so small that they're doing wrong of, right? They could be really good people and doing this right, doing this good, and they're actually good, decent, genuine people. But then, let's say they overindulge in alcohol. I'm not saying drinking is bad, but I'm saying overindulging in anything is bad. And if they overindulge every day, 12 hours a day, let's say, it's like they won't wrong themselves for that. And if you hang out around, they usually have a drinking buddy. We know how this works. They have drinking people in groups to go out and drink and do it so they don't feel wrong while they're doing it. Because guess what? Once you're lonely and you're just drinking by yourself, you have this certain shame, and you sit there and you think about it. But if you have other people with you that are doing... I'm sorry, look at this teamwork right here. I think they just stole something out my notebook. Is that my notebook? Is that a leaf? That's insane. Okay, sorry, I got drawn off topic. But, again, we just go to people for approval so we feel better about ourselves. Don't surround your people with the wrong people that will encourage you to do wrong because they think it's right, when it's actually just wrong. Have some genuine, authentic people that will call you out. Because iron sharpens iron. You're not doing anything but dulling yourself, being around dulling people. So where does love come in, right? Well, a lot of people don't even know what love looks like. And I'll tell you one thing. It's caring for somebody. And loving. And your actions towards that. It's not condemning somebody and saying that they're awful, they're bad, they need to change their ways. But in a sense, if I see you walking the wrong path, say you're drinking so much as a source of happiness at this point, and I call you out, I don't do it because I hate you. If anything, if I hated you, if I didn't care, I wouldn't have said anything. But it's out of love and out of caring for you that I would say, hey bud, are you okay? Hey man, do you need to talk about this? Hey, I'm just gonna tell you something. I'm just gonna tell you you're not really gonna find any happiness by doing that or fill any sort of void that you're trying to fill. Buddy, do you need to talk? And anybody who doesn't care for you will just egg you on and get a drink with you. And that's not real love. They feel like a person loves you by sitting in your circumstance and doing the things that you're doing. But in a sense, they're just as lost and just wanting to not feel shame for what they're doing because they know it's wrong. Anybody who loves you will call you out and say, hey, it's not going to make you happy in the end. It's not. Now again, let me reinstate, I don't think all drinking is bad. But I think overindulging in anything is bad. Whether it be work, whether it be smoking, whether it be drinking, whether it be you don't get to go there. Sorry, I'm just watching like ants go in my shoes, basically. But people are so desperate trying to find love, that they don't even identify what it actually is. They just follow a feeling, and we're all good at that. I'm good at that, you know. Well, we all just want love. But I think we need to try a little bit harder to define what that really is, because people that manipulate and abuse and use, it's not true love, man. It may be it's just manipulation. We're so good at turning something and making it look one way, but really it's a dark thing. But nothing can ever mimic true, perfect love. A love that's true pierces right through your heart. And you just know it. And that's unlike anything else. Nothing else can match that, mimic that. And to some it's scary. So just love your neighbor as yourself. And don't get caught up. And if you have any shame over anything, ask somebody that you know would care or love you and give you an honest opinion, because that's love. Honesty is one of the many forms of love. Well, I love y'all guys. Y'all have a blessed day. And yeah, you are loved, and God loves you, and He just wants to get to know you and identify with you and help you identify yourself. Because, man, there's a lot of things in this world, a lot, that people look to and try and identify themselves in. But it's all an empty void, an empty mess of a thing in the end. And God doesn't want you to be an empty mess of a thing. He created you for a purpose. And an overwhelmingly good purpose that you can never, ever create something as beautiful as what he did for you by your own way of doing it, by your own will. God loves you that much. And his love is perfect. So, yeah. A lot of times, even through pain and crying, it's sort of like a good cry and a good pain, in a sense, because there's certain things that we gotta work through and work out of our system, man, that we haven't. And once that's gone, it has no power over us, you know? But, yeah. I beg of you to find true love and identify love in its truest terms. And, again, have a blessed day. And, see you on the next one. Thanks for listening.